Hello everybody and welcome to hole number 9 of the Ghostly Glades. In the Ghostly Glades tournament, this video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, so let's go. This is going to be the toughest hole in the Ghostly Glades tournament for sure. The reason it's going to be so tough is that we are so dependent on the wind. If we do have headwind, we cannot reach over on the right side if we are not going to have like a very low wind and playing with a power 4 ball like the dead ball, like the royal ball. But we are not going to have it here. Now we're going to have some crosswind, and the difficult part here is that we do have to play on the right side. Our opponent's playing left, but he or she is kind of putting themselves into a position where they can't reach for the green in 2, and we are always going to try to find a way to reach the green in 2. So we're going to go with as much side spin to the right as possible, with as much top spin there, like 4.5 bars. I'm going to want to have a little bit of room from the rough, so I'm having the red ring just cutting the rough there on the left, having the ball guideline being fairly close to the bunker. 3.8 rings is my adjustment here. I'm adding 10% for my drive and nothing for my second shot, so 10% is already added there. So we do get a nice bounce, and as you can see here, with 4.5 bar top spin, we're going to have a very nice and very nice roll. So the thing that you can do here is, like, let's say you would be having a club, let's say the Thor's hammer, or you might have the Apocalypse for some, as well. Then you can get more top spin with that, but you will get less amount of side spin. You can see that I almost had max side spin there, and I still been able to stay away from the bunker, but also away from the rough, because less side spin them with that type of wind, and we're going to have to go with some curl to the right to straighten the ball out. My suggestion is that you play with somewhere between 4 to 7 bars of topspin, depending on how much you want to risk. For me, this is not going to be an albatross hole, so I'm going to play it conservative and then just going to get myself close to the green. Max side spin and 4 bars of top spin. Now the wind is very low, but we pretend it's going to be a little bit stronger when it comes to headwind, and then we're going to play with 4 bars of top spin. This is the position that we're looking for, and we're going to adjust this one for 2.8 rings from this and so 1-on-1 from this distance. We'll go with some curl to the left, and we're going to have the side spin pushing ourselves in there, and I don't really care that we're coming in a bit too hot. We're still going to have a very nice and easy wedge towards the pin. You maybe wonder then, what is the good part with the left side? I don't really know, to be honest. For us that playing from the second tee, or maybe from the third tee, the left side most likely will not be applied, because the only way the left side could be good is that you would be able to go with a very long drive to bounce over the water, the part with water on the left, and then put yourself up for a very nice approach with the wood. But that is going to be a very difficult shot, and also we're going to have to rely on the wind. So let's say we do again, we take it from the beginning, crosswind and some sort of crosswind slash tailwind, then we play right. I would consider right be the way, even in tailwind, even though it's possible on the left. Headwind, then we either have to play with a power 4 ball that gives us the distance combined with the wind resistance, or we will have to play ourselves up very close to the water on the left side, going with a big dog or a cataclysm for the second shot there, to try to gain as much distance so we can ship it in from our third shot. We'll see what type of wind we're going to have when we play it, but here you do have some suggestions at least. So if you do want to learn how to play this game a little bit better than you might are doing today, check out patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Also, this video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Good luck in the Ghostly Glades tournament.